Welcome back for episode 2 of season 2 of Legend of the Ramblehouse Saints. Now, when last we left our valiant heroes, they had decided to help out the town of Trunau and remove the giant and orc threat from the town. To do so, Helga of the Blackened Blade, the chief defender of Trunau, requested that the heroes make their way north up the river Kestrel and then up the river Esk to Redlake Fort, which is supposed to be the headquarters of this Grenseldeck, who apparently is the chieftain of the the Twisted Heart tribe, as my brain is trying to shut down. And to get there, she had hired the services of one Rag.
Blood Tusk.
Thank you. My brain is just... But yes, she hired the services of one Captain Rag Blood Tusk, who has a riverboat that he is going to take the party upstream with. And so far, the group has learned that they need to earn their keep on the boat. And while doing that, Spike started out up on the crow's nest. That didn't work out on the second day. So she's down below decks with Credo rowing. We've got Thid, who's in the kitchen pretty much by himself because the half-orc Gashnak is pretty much sleeping off his drunkenness. Now, Blizz was back towards the stern of the ship, helping fish. And he was doing great, hauling in nets, when the railing broke. And he fell in the water, screaming and yelling and surprised. And that's when he saw the heads of a pair of alligators pop up out of the water right over here. And with that, we are going to hop into combat.
Oh, joy.
Now, a few things that you are going to need to know is that, one, Captain Rag could see what happened, so he could possibly see what happened. The guy who was watching over you, Euro, something like that, he saw what was going on, and he actually did see you fall over. So those two will be in the fray at the start. Now, whether or not anybody else does, had Spike not failed that athletics check to climb up there, she had a really good chance to see what happened to you.
Well, this is why I don't rely on the kindness of Cactus.
All right. So, with that, we'll do the first round, then everybody else will have a chance to hear the screams and the yells, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right, so beginning of round 1.
Well, I'll be working on a new character since the alligators both get to go first.
All right.
You can just come back as a lizard.
So
now I'll have to build a half-orc to be a member of the crew to join you guys. This is bullshit.
All right,
reformed alligator.
This sucker is going to swim. And how fast can it swim? It has a pace of 6 when it's swimming. So it's going to... Hold it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It swims up to there. Can't really run in its swim, so it gets to there. Then it goes to the other gator, and it is also going to come swimming towards you. And then it goes to Urol, who he starts screaming, "Bird, bird, bird!" And he runs pretty much out of your sight, and then you start hearing a bell ring. Actually, he would have gone over here, because the bell's hanging off the mast. That takes us to Blizz. Blizz, the first thing you need to do is to keep your head above water, and that requires an athletics check to swim, and that's at a -2 because the water's kind of rough right now.
Lovely. All right, so -2 athletics.
All right, you keep your head afloat. What would you like to do?
The indignity of screeching as I fell into the water has me a little bit pissed off. Because I'm better than that. I shouldn't be the screechy kind of guy. Do we put templates on intersections or middle of squares in this game?
Intersections.
All right. Get fucked, Gators. As I cast Frozen Bones. This is Blizz's trappings on Entangle.
Okay.
As just ice goes over these two. Spending 2 extra power points to make it area of effect medium. I'm going to spend 2 extra power points to give it 2d4 damage at the end of their next turn, and +1 power point to make it tough, because Gators are strong, so they can probably break out a little bit better.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 7 power points total on this, and hope for a raise. Did not get the raise. I did get a success with a 5.
Indeed.
So, Entangled is okay, but I want to get them bound.
Fishing for that raise. So he spins a Benny and gets the same result.
Fate says 5 is going to be the winner, so 5 is the winner. So
All
they
right.
are both entangled.
All right.
And then, let's see, is there any... was I holding on to a net when I fell off, or anything that I can swim to grab?
You were pulling up on the net and you had leaned up against the rail to kind of brace yourself for it. And that's when the rail gave way, and in your surprise, you just fell out and into the water. Right now, the net,
anything?
the one that you were using is no longer secured. It's now floating downstream, down this way, with the railing that it was attached to.
All right, well, fuck that net then. So I guess I will swim my little bit of pace. Oh, wrong button.
There is some netting along here. It's not like your fishing net.
Yeah.
But it's like a climbing net.
Okay, so a little bit of climbing net to...
Pardon me.
All right, let's grab him. And... oh, difficult. Okay.
Indeed.
Well, I already did an action, so I can't declare a run, so I will take my 4 inches and just kind of get back and end my turn.
All right. Let's see if Captain Rag... Here, I'm going to give him vision. Token. That's vision, and I'll link it. Oh, I need to make him friendly. He is friendly. So I don't know why it's not showing on the screen. So let's see if Captain Rag notices you. So I'm going to come here. Does he not have notice on a sheet? He should.
Everybody has notice.
Right? All right. So let me add the appropriate notice onto a sheet. There we go. And his notice check is going to be... oh, he aced. He got a 10. So yes, he notices where you went, and he is going to start yelling man overboard as well as he makes his way down. to there. And that takes us to the end of the round. Finn, Spike, and Credo, all of you get notice checks. These will be at a -2 since you're below decks.
Alright. Let's do some noticing. Just cooking away in the kitchen. Trying to notice if my friend's dying. I didn't do the -2, so that 5 is actually a 3, so I do not succeed.
Indeed. And I believe I can do this.
And
There we go. That fixes yours.
Sid's going to be singing about what dragons like to eat, because he really wants to impress Blizz with this meal.
Credo. And what about Spike? Spike also got a 3 by the looks of it, and Credo got a 5. So
Yep.
Credo, you hear trouble. That means you are going to get to join
Hooray.
into the next round. All right, so going into round 2. Captain Rag, he runs forward to this railing, and he's grabbing some of the rope. Then it goes to this guy who needs to, let's see. Let me bring up the entangle. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Okay,
Man.
so he's entangled.
Some quick gators. Old bastards. All right, he can't move and is distracted, so he needs to spend an action breaking free, which is going to be a strength roll at -2 or an athletics roll. So let's see which one he wants to do. He is going to do the strength roll at -2. And let's roll it. He comes up with a result of... Hold on. Oh, it had already added his status in there. So he comes up with a total of 2, and he is still entangled. Well, no, he would have had 2 from the distracted and -2 from the...
Oh, yeah.
So that was right.
Nope, that was a 0. Yep.
He was a fat 0.
All right. So now it is your roll's turn, and he keeps ringing the bell and shouting, "Man overboard." Then the other one, the other gator.
Rewind for a second. The one gator that just went needs to
Oh, take 2d4. Yep.
2d4.
Hold on, let me
Click
back
the ace
up.
button. I don't think 5's going to even shake it.
No, it doesn't seem to be hurt by it.
That's fine.
All right, so to this alligator here, the one that's to the north of the other one and farthest from the boat, he is also trying to break free. And his net result is a 4. It didn't
But at
apply the
least-
distracted.
Oh, no, it did not. So his net result is a 2.
Yep. All right, so he does not break free. Go ahead and roll that damage. And that doesn't do it.
Ah, well.
All right, Blizz.
All right. Well, they're good and stuck. And I just lost a fishing net. But gator would equal a lot of fish.
True.
So let me pull out my cone template. Let's see. Did I get them both?
I think so. Let me remove that one. So it doesn't look like you
Doesn't
did.
even get either of them. Okay. Well, let's delete that. And we'll draw another cone since I can't get them both. And this one's closer to me.
All right.
Actually, we'll just switch that to a bolt since there's just one of them. So we'll do an icicle blast. Oh, let me delete that.
Okay.
And
Make sure you target him.
yep. No, got to switch to the actual thing that lets me target. All right, there we go.
Oh,
Got a raise
miss on that
going.
die.
11 gives me a raise, so we will click that raise damage and do garbage damage.
Indeed. The damage didn't even show up on my screen. I saw the dice roll,
Yeah, it was a total of 6.
which is not enough to hurt him.
And I'm not going to Benny that right now. I'm just going to continue to leisurely swim backwards
Okay.
and end my turn.
And then we will get to... And it is Kratos' turn. What are you going to do, Kratos?
All right, so these rowing slats they like boards that are coming down that the oars go through, or is it just like literally a slot?
It's literally a slot.
All right, well, I heard some ruckus going on. I'm going to holler over to Coxswain that something's going on upstairs, and I'm going to saddle my oar and start making my way up. I'm going to let Spike know on my way through as well. So, saddling, open the door. That would give me 1 left to get through there. And we are going to go ahead and pick up the pace as well.
Okay. Yeah, you
Not
get an
getting that
additional
much
2.
further. Oh. There we go.
All
And that'll be
right.
my turn.
Going into round 3, Captain Bloodtusk is up first. He sees what's going on, and he is going to pull a javelin off of his back as he targets the one closest to the boat, and he is going to let fly. And he doesn't like that roll, so he'll spend one of his bennies, and he turns a miss into another miss with a total of 2. Armor under minimum strength. What? That is not correct. It messed up his strength. Let me fix him. Oops.
He's still going to miss with a 3, but at least he tried.
Right. But somehow his strength got switched to a D4, which is not correct. And from there, it goes to Blizz.
All right. Let's see here. This thing, they're still stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm right next to the climbing ropes, right?
Indeed.
All right. Well, is it an action to climb up, or is it just a part of movement?
It is an action to climb, and it will require an athletics check.
All right. Let's see. How incensed am I about falling in versus my desire to get out of the water? You know what? I'm still a little bit mad at these gators. So I'm going to double action. I'm going to bolt one and then try to climb up.
Okay.
So we'll bolt it. And I didn't even get my -2 on there because I forgot. I'm not going to Benny that. This water's just causing my aim to go everywhere. So we will then begin to climb up. Athletics got the -2 this time.
Oh, there's a nice.
And an 8 for a raise.
All right, and you were able to climb up without a problem. That takes us to Credo.
All right, we are going to continue our hustle up. All right, there's
Not bad, a 1
2.
on the running die. But your pace is already 8, so.
Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come around the corner there. I don't really see anybody. 9.
This is bullshit. His minimum running is my maximum running.
And done. And I did inform everyone downstairs that I was coming up.
All right, so this first gator, the one that's closest to the ship, it is going to try and break free. And it does have the -2 for this. And it does not succeed. The other one also tries to break free. It didn't succeed with a roll of 3.
That would have been a roll of 1. The distracted is not on there anymore.
That is weird. So let me add those back on. All right, so the other one also trying to break free. The -2 for the strength roll. And here comes its D10. And did it get everything? Why did it not add the distracted?
That's so strange.
That is very strange. So it actually did not succeed because the 4 becomes a 2. I'm not sure why that wasn't taking distracted into account. And then it becomes your roll's turn, who stops ringing the bell as he sees that Blizz is back on the deck. And are you guys just going to let the boat outpace the gators?
I mean, at this point, they're stuck in place. So other than diving back in to fight them, I'm pretty sure the boat's just going to keep on pulling away.
Indeed. All right. So as the boat pulls away, and they're kind of stuck in place until everything unfreezes. I'm going to move these guys to there. And, excuse me. Captain Rag looks down at you and says, "You all right?"
I'm wet. Your boat fell apart on me?
That's weird. And he starts making his way down to look at where the section of railing broke off.
What's going on up here?
The boat broke. I went swimming, tried to make friends with gators, and they left before they could become my new shoes. I am not happy.
It's gonna come around the corner holding plates of food. Like, anybody hungry?
Oh, I forgot his -2. Rag
I'm
is
going to come over
looking,
here and take a look at it with him.
and that's a notice check at -2.
Okay.
Well, now that it seemed to be remedied, I gotta get back to my rowing station.
Okay.
Take that as a no. And tittle.
Thad, you're good
yeah.
with stuff. This thing broke on me.
What? It'll come up and see what they're talking about.
Okay.
And
Is it
I'll take
just,
breakfast from Thid while he's checking it out.
just a notice check?
At -2.
So just the 2 actions should give me the -2.
Indeed. And right now you're sitting at 0. You're going to leave it there?
Try.
A 3 is still not a
Elephant,
pass.
Let's try one more time because he
Oh,
really
there's
wants me
an
to see
ace.
this.
2 aces.
Sorry, he's gonna take the rag off his shoulder and like wipe the grease off his face.
Take another look. And with a 15, you're looking and you see the brakes and something doesn't quite look right. And as you get closer to the section of the railing that's still there, the brake at the captain's side is a definite brake. But the brake on this side is not. It looks like somebody sawed part of the way through, if not most of the way through the railing.
Well, Captain, see like right there in front of you, see how that's like a jagged break there? And Blizz, were you standing right where you're at now?
Right? Freaking there.
Well, on this side, it seems like Thid will kind of say it under his breath. Seems like somebody did it on purpose. You can see the serrations from maybe a saw or something with a serrated edge. It's a pretty clean cut on this side, Captain.
And as you pointed out to him, he looks closer and says, indeed. Who would do such a thing? My crew's as loyal as they come. I got them all out of slavery. Set them free.
And my friends fought by my side, killing giants and orcs and half orcs.
Just doing a common knowledge for Thid's reaction. Who normally is stationed here?
Honestly, it's usually Sharg, and he works both sides, but had Blizz chosen the other side, Sharg himself would have been in danger.
Well, then, does somebody not like Shark?
I mean, there's the usual grumbles and occasional disagreements, but normally, no. Nothing that would call for this.
Any of your people got any ties to the Twisted Nail tribe?
No. As a matter of fact, more than half of them were slaves of the Twisted Nails at one point. Half-orcs are not well liked amongst the orc tribes.
Weird, because I believe it was a half-orc that was leading the assault on True Now.
And there are such things as sympathizers. I've read it in a few books of people who, aren't well liked as a part of a cause, but they still believe in the cause, and they kind of convert.
Have you transported anyone from Freedom Town lately?
He stops and he thinks for a moment, and Let me make a common knowledge roll for him. And this one will have a -2 because he does do a lot of business. No, nobody that I can think of that would have come from Freedom Town.
Because I had some mercs with them from there, too, so...
Do you have, personnel files of any sort? Did they have to sign a log? I'm pretty good with paperwork. I could cipher through some stuff this afternoon.
The only logs we have are our ship manifestos, which keeps track of what equipment we have and we're transporting. And not everything makes it onto that.
Needless to say, I'm done hauling nets.
Indeed.
My talents are better used elsewhere, as you can see how I handled those alligators.
True. So, well, your little friend didn't do so good at climbing. How do you think you'd fare?
I mean, there's one way to find out.
All right. I'm going to head back to the pilot.
Thid will grab the rest of the plates except one back from Blizz. I know I don't really know what dragons eat. So I made you this, and it's like a halfway presentable plate of fruit and fish. Sorry, I didn't have much help in the kitchen today. I don't think Gash likes me too much.
Keep an eye out. There's something fishy going on this ship. And it's not me, as he shakes out like a trout that got stuck in his pant leg.
Thid will like stomp on it with his foot and be like, "Oh, that could be lunch." And then he'll carry it back to the kitchen with him. Blizz, just let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the kitchen. Gash is, I think, recovering today, so he took an easy day off. And the Thid will return to his post.
All right.
Back this way.
Blizz, go ahead and make an athletics check to climb up to the crow's nest. Well, with that 11, you scurry up easily.
It's the claws, man. They just bite right in.
Indeed. Okay, so let me look at a couple of things. All right. So the rest of the day goes pretty much uneventfully, and I need either athletics checks or strength checks at -2 for Spike and Credo.
Alrighty.
Oh, Credo got a 5, so he's doing okay on rowing. And Spike,
Yeah, it took a little bit easy today because I got yelled at yesterday.
you gonna stand on that? Apparently
Never.
not. So a 2 became a 3 became a 2.
Yeah, it's staying too.
So after about an hour of you trying to keep up with them, Coxswain Halrex just starts screaming obscenities at you and tells you to get out of her gangway.
Gladly.
Both of you do need to make vigor checks. Credo is all right with a 4, as is Spike, so neither of you are fatigued. And as the day finally comes to an end, once again, everybody meets for dinner. And this time the meal is actually pretty good. Gash, of course, finally comes out of his stupor, sees that Thid has already made dinner, and then he says, well, if you're going to be able to do it, you can keep the job. I'll come in and check on you from time to time. They could use me other places.
Okay. Could you tell me what these couple spices are? The ones that I couldn't identify.
Oh, they're specifically for orc blood. Those of orc blood.
Oh, okay. Do I just measure with my heart, or is it like a pinch?
I wouldn't put them in if you guys are eating the food.
Okay. Well, thanks. I didn't mean to kick you out of the kitchen.
Oh, no. That's
But
fine.
the conversation was really fun. I had a good time talking to you.
He looks kind of puzzled.
You know, I never did get to tell you the difference between an alligator and a crocodile.
And he makes his way off to have dinner.
See you later. Alligator.
I'm gonna give you a Benny for that.
And scene.
All right.
Boo.
So that night passes once again pretty uneventfully. And as you guys get started on the next day, Spike, where are you going to try and slot yourself in? Because you've already failed at climbing, and you have failed at rowing. So you could muck stables, or you could fish.
Oh, you would love stables. You're a cactus. That's like free fertilizer.
Shut up, Thid. I want to fish.
Was your husband talking?
All
I will
right.
fight you.
They would have been more profanity laced if she was talking to her husband rather than to Thid.
Right.
Told you I wasn't good as voices.
So Sharg, the other fisherman, he takes the side where the broken rail is, just for safety's sake, even though it has been repaired at this point. So Spike, you get to take this side.
Wonderful.
Right there is the fishing station. And Blizz, I need you to make your athletics check to climb.
All right. I got this.
Oh, there's an ace.
That's a 10. That's a raise.
10.
The claws, man.
You are scurrying up that mast like there's nothing to it. And you climb up into the crow's nest. And Gashnak makes his way below decks. He'll be doing his own thing. All right, and pardon me. About here, I'm going to move you to right there to represent the fact that you're at the top of the mast. Actually, let me do you. There we go.
I can see almost everything from here.
Yep. Although apparently you got some weird walling going on there. Oh, I see. I can fix this. There we go.
Boom.
Now you can see pretty much almost in all directions. And you can actually see above the forecastle here. So you just can't see what's directly on the other side. All right. And as the day gets started, Spike, I need you to make either a survival or a strength check at -2.
Okay. Oops.
Oops. I don't like oops.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing.
Ah.
It's not in my little bar at the top.
Survival? Yeah, it is. Under skills.
You know, you're one smart cookie.
I know. All right. So you managed to get a good start on bringing in the day's catch. And as that's going on, I need Blizz to make a notice check with a +2. And this is going to be opposed. So I need to set it to blind GM roll.
I'm good to roll. You're not doing that little opposed thing that I have to click the other thing.
No, you go ahead and make your notice check with a +2.
All right. That is a 6. Since it's a fresh day, I got all my PowerPoints back. You know what? I'll stand with that 6. That was a 50%. There's a chance it'll go down.
All right. So, as you're looking out, you guys are coming up, or you guys have passed where a tributary has fed into the Kestrel River. And you just happen to look back to the south, and just this strange glint off the water catches your eye. And as you look closer, it looks like there's a dragon, of all things, coming your way. Let me show you what it looks like. Where did they go? There they are.
Which way did they go?
So, this is what they look like.
Okay, would that be an academics or a common knowledge?
That would be an occult.
I got that too.
And for those of you watching at home, or listening at home, I should say, ooh,
Spike doesn't know shit.
Spike does not know shit.
I, on the other hand,
It's a big flying lizard.
fuck
It
that. I
looks-
want to know what this is. That is a 9 on the Benny. From
All
the 3 to a
right.
9.
So, as I was saying, for those of you just listening, this is definitely a draconic creature, but unlike true dragons, it doesn't have forelegs. It just has wings in the front in place of its front legs. The back legs that it's dragging behind it as it flies have webbed toes, extremely long webbed toes, as well as a tail that seems to have fins on it. And it also has like a dorsal fin that runs from its nose all the way down its tail. And as it comes sweeping in, you recognize it, and with that raise that you got on the occult check, it is a river drake. You know that they are lesser cousins to normal dragons, and it is coming in from behind here. Right here is where it's at. And they aren't very big, but they are still extremely powerful, and you know you do not want to get hit with their breath weapon. And as it comes flying up, that's where we're going to cut it off today, and we'll see you guys next time.
Drakes.
Oh no.
All right, have a great time, everyone, and we'll see you next episode.
Adios.
Bye, everybody.